Hey there, I'm Selena Knight, the Retail Biz Strategist, and welcome to this week's Facebook Live, where we're going to be talking about how successful retailers keep their team happy. Now imagine this, your business is going well and your team seems happy enough. No one's complaining and they turn up for work on time, your sick leave is minimal, and no one's asked for a pay rise. So when a staff member comes to you and tells you that they're leaving, it's a really big shock. You don't quite know how to react, but I bet you the first question that you want to blurt out is, why? You didn't see this coming. But when you get to that point, you don't actually know if you want to know the answer, because it's going to unearth a big flaw in your business. Someone leaving means they're not happy. And is it they're not happy with you, or is it they're not happy with the job that they have or the place that they work? Whatever it is, it's a little bit of fear coming up when somebody tells you that they're going to leave. Now, people stop working for you because they're not satisfied. There are so many factors that can lead to not being satisfied, if we're speaking in general terms, but the three main reasons are they don't like the workplace culture, they don't like the job that they're doing, or they can't see any career path or any advancement, or they just feel like they're not getting paid enough. So how do successful retailers keep their team members happy and secure them for a long time? Because let's be honest, that effort of going out and finding people, of doing the interviews, it's costly, and then the onboarding, the training. You don't want to have to be hiring people all the time. You want people who are going to stay with you and are going to love working there. Okay, so how do we keep them? How do great retailers keep their staff happy in order to keep their staff? Well, first of all, you need to start by addressing your workplace culture. Now, I hate to say it, but this one is down to you. As the business owner, it's your job to be perfectly clear about what your brand values, about how people should behave when they're at work and also when they're not at work. Many retailers simply overlook this step when they start their business because they often don't even know what values they want for their brand. They have no idea what they want to align with. But if you overlook this part, you overlook it at your own peril. Not being crystal clear on how you want your brand to be perceived, how you want your customers to feel, and most importantly, how your team project those values to your customer can create a pretty lax workplace culture that will often attract staff that just don't align with what you've envisaged for your store. And that in turn, in time, leads to team unrest. It leads to infighting, it leads to resentment, and eventually it's going to result in a really unhappy workplace, which is the perfect reason for someone to leave as soon as a better offer comes their way. Okay, next up, a job shouldn't just be a job. Anyone can get a job. One of the key benefits to working for an independent retailer is that you have the ability to train your staff in a variety of roles. Every small business has to be customer facing, but there are a multitude of roles that you can expose your team to: posting products on Instagram, visual merchandising, product research, website updates, even managing inventory. All those jobs you just don't like doing. Work out what each team member is good at and actually enjoys doing. That's kind of a key differentiator, and incorporate a little bit of that, a little portion of that work into their role each week. Now, this is going to allow them to hone their skills, feel like they're making an active contribution to the business, which in turn creates a sense of ownership in the business. And with that sense of ownership comes a feeling of satisfaction. Okay, next up, revise your remuneration. Now, pay rises can be a tough one. You'll need to look at your cash flow to ensure that you can actually sustain a permanent increase in an employee's wage. So there's going to be an additional weekly premium, in addition. So you're going to have to look at your, here in Australia, sick leave, your holiday pay, and potentially even long service leave. Speak to your accountant about what implications a pay rise for your team or a team member is going to present for your business. However, even if you can't sustain a long-term pay rise, you can look at smaller one-off rewards, such as a gift voucher or even some store credit to thank your team member for their exceptional work. Okay, next up, talk training. Now, one of the ways that I have said thank you to my team over the years has always been through training. Now, we've done merchandising training, SEO training, Instagram training, all those kinds of things, whatever they're interested in. Now, as a business owner, you may think that your team would never be interested in learning something new, but you might be surprised. Like I said, SEO courses, maybe some workshops, visual merchandising, they love doing that kind of stuff if they're creative. All of these have actually benefited my business, whilst at the same time, it upskills my team and it lets them learn more about particular topics that they enjoy. So when someone feels good about themselves, when they know that you're supporting them, they feel more confident. And confidence is probably the number one thing that I've always been great at fostering. And you can do it too, because confident team members enjoy coming to work. Okay, next up, you need to embrace autonomy. Nobody wants to have every move that they make scrutinized. So allow your team to have a little bit of autonomy, a little bit of their own independence. Show them how to do a task. Create a process that they can come back to if necessary, and just let them have a go. Having to find and train new employees is super expensive and it's time consuming. The actual monetary expense, coupled with the downtime during the process, it all adds up to a perfect reason to love your team and keep them happy. Creating a safe place for your employees to build their confidence and satisfaction is going to address those key factors that encourage your team members to stay. And this will result in a happier workplace culture, way more engaged employees, happier customers, and most of all, it's going to allow you to work less time in the business and you can start working on the business. Okay, so if you are listening to this live on the Facebook Live group, Bringing Business to Retail group, on a Wednesday at 12:30 p.m, let's jump in after this and talk about how we reward our team and how we can keep them happy. And if you're listening to this a little bit later on the podcast, feel free to click the link and come over to the show notes and talk about how you reward your team, or how would you reward your team if you don't quite have one yet. And remember, these people don't have to be people who work in your shop. My virtual assistant just recently did an SEO course because it was something he was interested in, and I knew it was something he was interested in. So he's building his skills, but I paid for him to go along and do the course in his own time so that we both benefit. He's happy, I'm happy. So what can you do to keep your team happy? For now, have a fantastic week, and until next week, be profitable. Bye. This episode is brought to you by my new resource, the 5-Minute Hack to Make You a Copywriting Ninja. If you have an online store, then this is for you. It will show you exactly how you can update your product descriptions in order to make more sales. Download it for free at selenaknight.com/ninja.